Long before the first Europeans glimpsed the endless blue expanse of the Pacific, a civilization had already mastered it, crossing distances so immense they boggle the modern mind. Their secret? A profound relationship with the ocean, guided by Tangaroa, a sea god whose power was believed to shape every wave, creature, and island. Tangaroa wasn't simply the ruler of the sea, he was the ocean itself, alive with ancient purpose, and his influence echoes through myth, history, and even the scientific mysteries of the deep. Imagine a world where the boundaries between myth and reality blur beneath the surface. Polynesian navigators, the greatest ocean explorers in human history, entrusted their lives to Tangaroa's domain. They traversed more than 10,000 miles of open water, steering by stars placed by divine hands, riding currents and swells believed to be the god's breath, and watching for signs from his sacred animals, whales, sharks, and flying fish. Their mastery remains unmatched, powered by knowledge passed down in chants, rituals, and a spiritual bond with the ocean. Tangaroa's legend begins in the primordial darkness, born from a cosmic egg alongside his brothers. Together, they waged epic battles, sea against land, ocean against storm, creation against destruction. Tangaroa's conflict with Tani, the forest god, shaped the Pacific's landscapes. When Tangaroa swallowed Tani's children, trees became driftwood, and humans drowned, reinforcing the eternal struggle between ocean and earth. This cosmic battle wasn't just myth. It explained the relentless push and pull of tides, the carving of islands from the sea, and the unpredictable violence of storms. Across the vast Pacific, each island culture gave Tangaroa a unique name and story. In Aotearoa, the Maori called him the father of all sea creatures and the eternal enemy of Tani. In Hawaii, he was Kanaloa, navigator and healer, known to appear as a mighty octopus. Tahitians revered Ta'aroa as the supreme creator, emerging from a cosmic shell to bring forth the universe. Samoans worshipped Tagaloa, both sky and sea god, the architect of their islands and source of chiefly power. These variations reveal a tapestry of belief, woven through millennia, yet all united by reverence for the deep. Tangaroa's children are the wonders of the Pacific. Whales, his most powerful offspring, are seen as messengers, giants whose migrations mirror ancient journeys. Sharks, fierce and respected, are his warrior children, guardians of sacred waters. Dolphins, playful but wise, carry his blessings. Sea turtles, ancient and enduring, are his elders, while flying fish serve as scouts, leaping between worlds. Even the coral reefs, living cities teeming with color and life, are considered Tangaroa's gifts, breathing evidence of his creative force. The god's powers extended to navigation, a science so advanced it remains barely understood. Polynesian voyagers read the ocean's language. The pattern of swells, the color of water, the flight of birds, and the whisper of winds. Tangaroa was believed to control these elements, guiding worthy navigators across the world's largest ocean. He placed stars as nighttime beacons, shaped currents as invisible highways, and protected those who honored him from storms and sea monsters. Archaeological evidence remains. Ancient moray temples, built facing the sea, stone carvings of octopus and whale, petroglyphs showing Tangaroa's many forms, and sacred fishing grounds marked by stones. Rituals bound communities to Tangaroa. Before the first catch, fishermen offered their quarry back to the god, asking for safe passage and abundant harvests. Canoes were consecrated in his name. During storms, prayers rose from island villages, seeking his forgiveness or aid. Navigation ceremonies invoked his wisdom, and taboo periods, times when fishing was forbidden, were observed to honor his domain. These traditions were more than superstition. They reinforced a sustainable balance between people and the sea, a lesson echoed in modern conservation efforts. But Tangaroa's wrath was feared. Tsunamis were seen as his anger at those who disrespected the ocean. Hurricanes called forth his brother, the wind god, in battle. Sea level rise was interpreted as Tangaroa reclaiming land, and coral bleaching as his withdrawal of protection. Overfishing, pollution, and disrespect could bring punishment, an ancient warning that still resonates in the face of climate change. For many Polynesians today, Tangaroa remains a living force, honored through traditional fishing, marine conservation, and a cultural renaissance that reconnects communities with their ancestral sea god. The mysteries of Tangaroa are not confined to legend. Modern science, diving into the unknown depths, reveals patterns and phenomena that echo ancient beliefs. Ocean circulation, the great conveyor belts of current, mirror Tangaroa's mastery. Marine ecosystems, intricate and interconnected, reflect his role as father of all sea creatures. Plate tectonics, the grinding and shifting of Earth's crust, create islands much like the god's mythical land raising. Climate regulation, driven by the ocean's vast power, influences weather, just as Tangaroa's moods were said to do. Even biodiversity hotspots, where life flourishes most abundantly, align with the sacred places of his myth. Did Tangaroa truly guide the greatest migration in human history? Archaeologists and navigators marvel at the precision of traditional wayfinding, achieved without modern instruments. Polynesian knowledge of winds, currents, and stars matches what satellites and GPS now confirm. Spiritual navigation, feeling the ocean's pulse and reading its signs, complemented practical skills, allowing entire civilizations to thrive on scattered specks of land. The harmony between myth and reality suggests that Tangaroa's power was not just imagined, but lived. Tangaroa's family dynasty extended beyond the sea. His wife, Faumea, was the goddess of fertility and childbirth, and together they spawned all fish, whales, dolphins, and even coral reefs. Ocean currents were his messengers, tidal forces his breathing. This divine lineage symbolized the interconnectedness of all life in the Pacific, reinforcing respect and responsibility. Today, as the ocean faces new threats, Tangaroa's legacy endures. Traditional communities still perform rituals, mark sacred fishing grounds, and teach ancient navigation. Marine conservation is seen as honoring the god, and climate change is viewed as his response to human disregard. The revival of Tangaroa worship reflects a deeper truth, that the ocean remains Earth's last true wilderness, full of secrets we have only begun to understand. In the darkest depths, where sunlight never reaches and the pressure could crush steel, the mysteries of Tangaroa linger. Is he merely legend, or the embodiment of forces we still struggle to grasp? As we dive deeper, each discovery challenges our assumptions, blurs the line between myth and science, and reminds us that the ocean is stranger, older, and more powerful than anything we can imagine. Tangaroa's story is not just ancient. It is the living pulse of the Pacific, guiding us to respect, explore, and protect the last great frontier on our planet.